If you start looking at your endocrine system, you look at the stress relationship with weight gain. People are already having some gene-related issue with their weight.
Now
Society adds to it by fat shaming them. They go back with that state of depression.
Wow.
What happens? They gain more weight.
And please, I think we should also say this. Because you are very slim,
Does not
mean you are very healthy.
You are super healthy. Please don't get it twisted. Don't.
Hi guys.
Welcome to another episode of Diet Wellness with Lex and
Lydia K.
All right, so today we're looking at a very sensitive issue, a topic that we see a lot of people struggle with, and it's imperative we raise this, we talk about this, because one way or the other it affects every one of us.
Oh yeah.
It used to bother me, some years back, and I know a lot of ladies out there, it bothers. It's still a major struggle for them to resolve. It's a major challenge for them to resolve. And they keep wondering, what am I not doing right? What am I doing right? Okay, I've done all the aerobic exercises. I've seen different people, consulted. I mean, people have taken my money, recommending A, B, C, D, and it's not working, And they say that, okay, am I eating too much, The part that makes me that connects with me a lot with a lot of people is, they feel, am I eating too much?
Too much.
But you see, there are people who are not even eating. They don't eat so much. They still gain weight. That means
some even have to deprive themselves of food.
Just to lose weight. And they find out that at the long run it's not sustainable.
Exactly.
Most times it's usually not sustainable at the long run. And again, they discovered some start developing certain issues, ulcer issues, having ulcerations, and different issues start coming up. You understand? So weight gain is something that is very that I'm very emotional about.
Yeah.
You understand? And I'm very sure quite a number of people out there are emotional about it. I mean, I've had people come to me. A friend of mine, a close guy, he came to me. We came with his wife actually. That before she married her slim and she's giving birth now. And all of a sudden she's added so much weight. She's heavy. She's plumpy.
Wow.
They are trying to, and himself included. They told me he's bulging out and blah blah. And it's like, what am I not doing? What's the problem? What can I do? This and that and that. So you try to explain that. Okay, there are a lot of factors to consider. People gain weight.
Yeah.
On stress, like just
of course
the stress factor. There's a big connection between stress and even gaining weight.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just a diet issue.
Exactly.
So we're gonna be looking at some of those factors today.
Oh yeah.
And in doing that, first we need to define what weight. What would you say weight gain is, Lydia? Okay.
Yeah, from my research, I found out that weight gain is an increase in body weight.
Increase in body weight.
Exactly, it's an increase in body weight, fat deposits, or even excess fluid in the body. That's water, having too much water in the body.
True.
Yeah.
That means basically, you find yourself all of a sudden you're adding your body mass, your size, you're increasing. There are different things. It can be fat increasing in your body, your fat cells getting stuffed and are becoming much more bigger, and you start seeing the physical manifestation. Some people, most times you see the tummy, it bulges out, the tummy comes out. Some people have these love handles by their sides. We're going to be looking at some of these factors in depth now. And for myself, I really would want us to look at it first from the biological, physiological aspect, And I would like to start with genetics.
Because it plays a vital role.
It plays a vital role,
in weight gain.
Your genetics matters a lot when you're dealing with issues of weight gain. What do I mean by that? Your genes, basically, if it's a pattern in your lineage,
Oh yeah.
your parents or your forefathers or your mother, father, that they bloat. I mean, or they gain weight. You know, it's you have the tendency
to
also, you know. Now, it's not like 1 + 1. It has to be that way.
Oh, yeah.
But the language, in fact, my emphasis here is on tendency.
Yeah.
There's a tendency for you to gain weight. Do you know why? One of the reasons is the lifestyle choices.
Okay.
You know, as a parent, the choices we make would go a long way in affecting the children.
Yeah, our offspring.
Or the offspring,
Yeah.
You know. Your eating habit, your eating pattern, your eating culture, you understand, would spill over to your children. So eventually, if you're someone who eats a particular kind of food and you've grown, I mean, you're obesogenic and you've grown so heavy.
There's every tendency
that what you eat, you feed your children with. Many a times, most parents even tend to, in a show of love, you know, they even give excess to the kids, like, oh, this thing is nice. This thing is sweet. Let me buy for my children. Oh, my picking go like this. This thing is sweet. Well, I bet may I give my children go like that. Madam, please give me 30. For me, as an individual, and I believe to the society at large, we need to stop demonizing people based on how we see them. You know, because in all of these factors, there are people who genuinely mean well, but it's just the way they've been brought up.
Exactly.
It's the way they've been brought up. Because as parents, most times
we don't know.
I mean, most times you just want to give the best to your children.
Yeah, let me just come in there. There are times when you just want to, maybe as a child, you never had some things you've always wanted.
Yeah.
You understand? And you feel it's just a way of fulfilling it in the lives of your
children.
Very you understand? True. You want to give them all what you did not enjoy, you know, as a child. So most times, parents actually do it out of, I wouldn't say without knowing.
Out of ignorance.
I don't want to use that word. Exactly. I'm just trying to balance the word, like, without they don't even know the effect of what they are doing. To them, it's actually a way of showing love to their children and you know, making their children enjoy what they never enjoyed. So
you're very I would classify that as a sociocultural factor.
You know,
that being someone who grew up in an environment of scarcity.
Exactly.
You understand? Seeing all your mates going to obese burgers with their parents, or Murphy's burgers, or going to all the
you don't have all that luxury.
And you didn't experience that growing up. You're like, my children, they will go to all the pizzerias, they will go to all the fast food, you know, around. You know? So I understand that that's quite true. I mean, to a very large extent, I can relate with that. You know, it's something I've seen happen. I've seen it in a few people. Right, even saying it, I can imagine some people that I know that that's actually their story. You know, you know. So, I mean, it further buttresses the point that parental lifestyle, which always has an imprint on the genes, you understand, you know? Is one way through which people gain weight. You know, so the next time you go out there, you see someone who is in your mind, or who is overweight or kind of obese anyway. You don't just judge them, because there are a lot of factors. If you've not done enough to educate or to discuss with them or have a conversation with them, for those who care to listen anyway, because I know sometimes for some people who are obese or overweight, for instance, a lot of people are usually in denial.
Okay.
You understand? Because and you if you look at it, would you really blame them? Because society, generally, most times, there's this stereotypical thing done in society whereby they celebrate people who are slim.
Exactly.
Look at the most of the models they use on billboards. Look at the models they use in fashion magazines. You understand? He must be skinny, winning people. You understand? I mean, I myself, I'm not a fan of skinny. I don't want to be skinny. I don't. If you give me the choice, I don't. I mean, like. You want
to maintain a normal
weight and some good part of flesh in my body, not to look skinny. You understand? That does not mean for those who are struggling with who have eating disorder, who cannot gain weight. I'm not saying it to spite or anybody, but it's just that. For some people, they are very okay. Like myself, I think I'm okay with just being moderately sized, but it doesn't give me the license to see someone who is quote unquote overweight and start blasting.
Yeah, that's right.
Because their genetic structure contributed to it.
Exactly.
You understand? And not just that again. Yes, you may say, oh, okay, their genes, why are they not on their own making an attempt to
lose
weight?
Yeah.
I mean, most times I once had a scientist say you can't win over your physiology, even though I don't totally agree that biologically there are some things if you try to struggle with it, at the end of the day you lose hope and lose out. Check out all the show Biggest Loser, that almost everybody that's won that show, almost all of them, they've gone back gaining weight, So that was the basis of his own argument that look, you can't always fight your genes, you can't always fight.
Okay, there are some things you just have to accept is part of you, or as part of you.
But sincerely speaking, I think we can do better.
Oh yeah,
we can do better, especially if it's a struggle. I see a few kids from time to time, and you see them struggle with self-confidence. What happened? They were yabbing me in school. They were calling me names. They were calling me fat. So.
Oh wow!
You understand? They're calling me Humpty Dumpty.
Wow!
Different
Which
stuff.
can actually affect the self-esteem of that child.
Yes.
Even as adults, people go through this. Let alone children. When somebody, it's just like we said, it's a very sensitive
topic. Yeah.
You understand?
It's a sensitive topic, and we have to all be careful when we are approaching. And that's why we're having this conversation.
Exactly.
At first, you need to recognize the fact that one reason why people gain weight is their gene factors. We're going to be exploring a lot, you understand, in this series.
Does it mean if it's a genetic thing, it cannot be corrected?
Of course it can, to a large extent. It's just that it may take a lot of discipline, a lot of willpower and emotional, psychological support to help the person to actually do it. If you grew up in a family where there's excess. Yeah, fizzy drinks in the morning, in the afternoon, nights. Chocolates, high carb, high on healthy fats.
Wow.
You understand, diet. And even if you're not even eating high on healthy fat diet, for instance, you are eating normal like most people will claim, but there's a lot of inactivity. You're not very mobile.
Oh yeah,
you understand?
That's a factor. That's actually
usually a contributory factor to these things. Do you understand?
And I even want to say this. Let's recall as a child, when we come back from school after doing our homework, we jump out and we start playing.
Yeah. That's
the story now, it's actually a different ball game where our children comes back from school, after doing their homework, they sit in front of a TV and watch cartoon all through.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And this is actually another contributing factor. Do you understand? To all these excess weight gain.
Those are the lifestyles we're talking about.
Because I recall that, of course, as a child, you only see cases of obesity and diabetes in older people.
True.
You understand? Yeah. But it's so unfortunate that nowadays it's even common among children. And I'm like,
you're like, what's happening?
Where have we gone wrong? What are we doing? What are we not doing right? You understand? And it's a big concern actually.
It should be a big concern to every one of us. And in Nigeria here, it should be a bigger concern to our government. Because we are not at the level of where the Western world, like the US, is right now, where the statistics are crazy. People who are
overweight,
diagnosed as obese or having one form of metabolic syndrome or the other. The numbers are huge. We still have the opportunity
to change things and correct things.
But the unfortunate thing for me that I've seen is I don't see that happening anytime soon. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we are beginning to duplicate the same vices, the same things, structures and system that has led to that here. We're having a lot of malls, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Making shopping
very easy and convenient. And comfortable at least.
I love going to the mall.
I love going to the mall as well.
Just going to window shop and buy big things, you know. So it's good. But you know, with the shopping mall comes a lot of things that we were not used to seeing. You now see a lot of imported, highly processed foods.
Exactly.
And they are usually colorful. You see, once you walk into this mall.
That segment is usually very colorful. And most children want to go straight to that section. And you're like,
yes, because it's colorful.
Exactly.
It's
very attractive.
You will definitely
want to see what's up.
You want to see what's up. You understand?
Honestly.
You know, so anyway, the gene factor cannot be downplayed.
Exactly.
The gene factor is very, 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 very key. And it's good for us to know this. It's good for us to keep ourselves informed. So that we do not, add to the problem of suicide in society. See people killing themselves. You know, so people who are already dying of low self-esteem. You know, there's this cliche I used to hear growing up. Most fat people are always very mean and very very angry. They get angry too. Do you ever ask yourself why?
Really?
Do you ever ask yourself why?
No.
Because of the humiliation most of these people. So the anger is actually it's a response. It's an emotional defense response.
Hey, just to protect themselves against people.
So they don't open up to people easily. They don't let people into their life easily.
Wow.
Do you understand? So we need to try and be sensitive. We need to, like we're saying just a few minutes ago. First, yes, we have the role to play. There's a part for the government to play, investors to play. Anyway, most investors benefit from people overconsuming.
Exactly.
So I don't know if this advice would be applicable. You understand? But at least we owe ourselves the obligation to know better.
Exactly.
We owe ourselves the obligation to know better
and also share with other people
and share with other people as well. That look, that brother, that sister you are saying, it might not really be his fault. You understand that he or she's that way. When you see a fat person or a big person, don't let the first thing that comes to mind shouldn't be, oh, this person is overeating.
Exactly.
No,
you don't.
It's a stereotype that is wrong and is breaking a lot of people, frustratingly leading to a lot of depression.
Yeah, and even suicide at times.
People get suicidal over these things, you know. And guess what? If you start looking at your endocrine system, you look at the stress relationship with weight gain. People are already having some gene-related issue with their weight. Society adds to it by fat-shaming them. They go back with that state of depression.
Wow.
What happens? They gain more weight.
And please, I think we should also say this. Because you are very slim, does not mean you are very healthy.
You are super healthy. Please don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
It doesn't work that way. You understand?
We're going to be talking more about some of these things in a later.
More factors, of course, and also ways to actually resolve
your weight
most
issues.
of these problems. Yeah.
So I think that'll be all for today.
Yes.
We will see you some other time
on
this same platform.
Channel. Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, and
hit that like button and share with your friends.
Oh yes.
Please share with your enemies as well.
And your families.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.